And he's a frame down already in this best of 9 frame quarter final. The winner of which will play Sean Murphy, who earlier today beat Greg Casey 5-0. We'll show you some action from Ken Doherty's match against Tony Moore, which was played earlier on in the interval of this one. So after 4 frames, we'll show you what happened there.
It's just tempting that red to the corner there, but it's gone over the other corner pocket. Just over 6.5 minutes, or just under I should say, that first frame took, with the 10 reds on. Well, that was a chance. And that was always the problem. Red near the side cushion. Caught the other one far too thick. Well, now then, Andrew, show us what you're made of. Oh, unlucky.
Andrew Gray.
It's a great opportunity for these young men to play the top stars, David. I mean, obviously it's nerve-wracking, but it gives them experience for their future if they've got any aspirations to turn professional.
Yes, I'm sure they'll be excited and frightened in equal measure. It is a big deal, of course. They're desperate to bring the form that they show week in, week out on the Irish scene to the arena. John Higgins knows all about making your debut on television at 16, because he did so at the World Masters in 1991, the difference being that was a junior event. He played against the likes of Ronnie O'Sullivan and Mark Williams when they were all teenagers. He wasn't playing at that stage the top players in the world, although it wasn't long before he was.
I remember when Alex Higgins won his world title in 1972, I played him in an exhibition when I was 12 years of age, and that was nerve-wracking, I can tell you.
I think it's nerve-wracking to play Alex at any age.
John back in here then. Reds are open. Ah, well, not as intended, but he's still got a red to the yellow.
14.
I think he played on the one to this left corner down here, but I would expect him to get this one. I think he can hold for the pink. Looks good. It's all the way.
15.
And the way he put away the opening frame, you might expect this to be 2-0 in a couple of minutes' time.
Higgins is 34 on Monday.
21.
Something of a veteran these days, really, comparatively to the many players that we see in their 20s. But still seems to be as good as ever. I think all those matches he won, the close matches that Mike mentioned at the Crucible, he proved something to himself, proved that he could still do it. Against the rising stars like Jamie Cope, Mark Selby, Mark Allen.
29.
Yeah, sometimes you're wondering whether those long matches, it obviously takes a lot out of you, but John seemed fairly fresh in that. Oh, as you said that, he misses that red to the corner. He seemed fairly fresh
29.
going into that final with Sean Murphy, as Sean Murphy did. He won't be happy missing that one.
Yes, I think just a lapse in concentration.
Well, I said it might it'd be 2-0. It could be one apiece.
Seven. Andrew Gray, 7.
Well, obviously you can only put that down to pressure, really.
One.
Yes, you can understand it, and he's not going to get any sympathy from John Higgins. He's a great pro, and he's not going to patronise him. He's going to play against him as he would against anybody else.
Just checking the scoreboard. Leads by 28.
8.
This pink and one more red will be enough to, well, leave Andrew needing snookers.
14.
So there we are. Snooker required, as Mike said.
15.
With the black to possibly follow.
Yeah, doesn't need to do anything with his black either, just drop it in, bound to be on the red to the opposite corner. Well, young Andrew Gray had a couple of chances in this frame.
23.
Yes, he clearly hasn't relaxed yet, and you can understand it. But time is beginning to run out. It's already 2-0 in this best-of-9 frame quarter-final.
$29.
I know Higgins enjoyed Portugal last
31.
week. They were at the Algarve, where crowd started in single figures. We ended up with something like 350 for the final. Of course, Ireland has a proud snooker heritage, and it's good to see
34.
virtually a full house here tonight. The old Irish Masters was always such an enjoyable event for everybody. Fortunately, we haven't had that on the calendar for 3 or 4 years. Now Higgins wants to establish another event here in Ireland.
Yeah, that was it, 6 years, I think, since we've been in the south. Always misses that one.
But he's done more than enough with that break of 43 to take the second frame and open a 2-0 lead. Andrew Gray got a few chances in that frame, but clearly hasn't settled yet. It's a big occasion for him. Big crowd in his home country, live on television. He's playing the world champion. At the moment, the world champion is dominating. Break of 53 in the opening frame, and that 43 in the second frame was sufficient to give him a 2-0 lead.